Welcome back. In this final episode on air masses and fronts, we'll focus on real-world applications, how to interpret charts, make smart decisions, and coordinate with ATC when dealing with frontal weather in flight. Let's start with a typical case. You're flying from Madrid to Munich. A warm front is forecast along your route with overcast skies and steady rain. You know this means layered clouds and potential icing between 4,000 and 12,000 feet. Planning ahead, you request a higher cruising level above the frontal layer and brief for alternate airports west of the system. You also check icing SIGMETs and PIREPs to confirm conditions. During the flight, ATC advises moderate turbulence due to frontal shear near Frankfurt. You inform the cabin crew early, review seatbelt signs, and brief the passengers. Anticipating discomfort is part of managing risk. Now imagine a cold front on descent. The META at destination reads BKN 025 CB, 18 KT gusting 28, wind 300 degrees, TSRA approaching. You prepare for winds here, low-level turbulence, and possible missed approach. You also brief the go-around and alternate. Let's talk about ATC coordination. When approaching frontal weather, always report turbulence levels. Request deviations early. Declare intentions clearly, reroute, climb, hold. Controllers often have radar and pilot reports to help guide you safely. If conditions deteriorate rapidly, especially near CBS, don't hesitate to declare PAN or Mayday. Safety comes first, and ATC will support immediate rerouting or descent requests if you experience severe weather. Frontal zones also affect holding patterns. If you're stacked in cloud at -3 degrees Celsius with visible moisture, icing becomes a real threat. Request descent into warmer air or climb into dry air above the layer. Always monitor fuel status. Flying near a front means you may burn extra fuel due to deviation routes, headwinds, holding. Missed approaches. Make conservative calculations and add contingency fuel. Now let's explore chart interpretation in practice. On a surface analysis map, you see a warm front east of your departure airport, an occluded front along your route, a cold front just west of destination that tells you visibility, cloud base, and wind conditions will vary throughout the flight. Combine this with SIGWX charts to assess areas of CBS and icing, jet stream locations, tropopause heights. Then cross-check with TAFs and PIREPs to fine-tune your strategy. Here's a trick for recognizing embedded thunderstorms on charts. Look for cloud symbols without CB icons over a frontal line. If the TAF mentions TSRA but cloud types are BKN or OVC, storms are likely hidden in layer clouds. These are embedded. Remember, frontal passage timing matters. If a cold front is forecast to cross your arrival airport 30 minutes before ETA, delay your departure or cruise slower to let it pass. Post-frontal air is more stable. Sometimes stationary fronts linger over coastal or mountainous regions. You may face persistent low clouds and mist for days. Even if no CBS are forecast, VFR becomes difficult and IFR requires solid approach planning. Let's recap the best pre-flight tools to analyze fronts. Surface analysis charts for current frontal position. Prog charts for expected movement. TAFs and METARs for trend visibility. SIGMETs and GAIRMETs for active hazards. PIREPs for real-time insight. Once airborne, always stay ahead of the front mentally. Monitor radar, OAT, cloud types, and turbulence cues. If something doesn't match the forecast, don't hesitate to re-evaluate your plan. Also remember, not all weather hazards come with flashy charts. Some are subtle, like gradual airspeed loss in icing or creeping cloud ceilings near a warm front. Stay alert and proactive. Let's run one final example. URI approaching London Heathrow. A slow-moving occluded front is just overhead. ATIS reports variable wind, 800 m visibility in rain, and RVR dropping. Brief for Cat 2 or Cat 3. Confirm Autoland readiness. Monitor RVR trends and prepare to divert if values fall below minima. Finally, always brief your crew thoroughly. When flying near fronts, communication is key. Cabin crew needs turbulence alerts. ATC needs updates on conditions. Passengers appreciate info on delays or diversions. Smooth flights come from informed, collaborative teams. Let's wrap it up. Air masses define the background conditions. Fronts are the triggers for change. Understanding how to read, interpret, and act on frontal weather gives you a massive advantage in safety, comfort, and decision-making. In the next episode, we'll move into a new series, Depressions. We'll explore low-pressure systems, cyclones, and how pressure gradients shape the skies we fly through. See you in Meteorology number 40, Depressions, Part 1.